Hey everyone, this is Mike. I wanted to apologize for how long this week's episode is. I messed up the pacing and had to combine two unsatisfying episodes into one good one. I hope it's not too much of a problem. I promise we're not going to let episode length creep up any further, and we'll continue aiming for that 30 to 45 minute sweet spot. Again, I'm sorry, and thank you very much for sticking with us.
Monster Game Night is a dark comedy actual play podcast that contains personal and political horror. This show is not appropriate for children, and adults can find content warnings in our episode descriptions. Welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, Bluegrass by Night. I'm Russell, and I play Gordon, the thumbless La Sombra.
This is Ben, playing Tomaso, the unsighted Hikeda.
This is Nick, playing Jason, the enlightened Banhu Hakim.
And this is Josh, playing Clear Visions, the tawdry Toreador, featuring the half of my functioning vocal cord today.
I am Mike, your synthetic storyteller.
Shit, he's been replaced. we need to go, guys.
Fuck you, Googling your AI!
You finally got him.
Our storyteller needs to be reset again.
Hold on, I'll go smack him.
Somebody unplug it.
So let's go over what happened last time on Monster Game Night.
Anyway, do we have any idea where we're headed here?
Yeah, it's a good question. We're going to see, what element was it again? Jason?
Silver?
Silver.
Yeah. So, silver. There's obvious things it's associated with, like the moon. Less obvious things. We got motherhood, science maybe, contemplation.
This isn't making any sense.
This sign says Newport Aquarium, 1 mile.
Well, this is all sorts of convenient.
Let's go there.
You sure that's a good idea?
Well, yeah, how dangerous is an aquarium?
Mr. Visions, what do you have to say about what happened in Jamestown?
All right, folks, all right. He's not taking any questions right now.
As the lights flicker,
Oh, God damn it.
You're doing good, man. You got this.
as the flashbulbs light off, they sear into Tomaso's vision. Suddenly, as it has twice before tonight, everything sears white, and the flashbulbs in his eyes begin to trickle with red blood. Tomaso finds himself transfixed, watching the scene before him, appealing to the most base instincts of kindred kind itself. Tomaso freezes and stops completely.
Clear Visions does not even look back. He is strolling down the red carpet, confidently making direct eye contact with all these people, just breezing by.
Suzanne is like right behind him, just a step behind, giving the impression a little bit that they're a couple right now.
Oh, yeah,
She's
that's
making
fine.
sure they're together. Jerry is running behind with 2 bags over his shoulders, trying to keep up, but also trying to keep out of the way.
I'll place my hand against Tommy's back and try to push him forward in the right direction. Keep going, Tom. Just that way. Just keep going. And then I hope that with my daunt active, people are taking less notice of me and more towards clear vision.
The moment that Jason steps on the red carpet where the photo pit is waiting for him, they all stop. They look down at their cameras, looking away from him completely. They want nothing to do with the angry young man who just stepped forward.
They're clearing the way for you, Tommy. You're doing great. Just keep walking. I told you I had your back.
Clear Visions reaches the entrance. Its glass double doors have been pulled wide open to allow guests to enter easily. He sees a pair of security guards, clearly though, dressed in evening wear with very nice, well-tailored black jackets around them, gray shirts worn open at the collar. They gesture towards him, obviously reaching for a ticket of some kind.
Oh,
Sir?
good evening. I don't need a ticket. My ticket is this. Wouldn't it just look so bad on Dr. Jill if Clear Visions couldn't get in here to see or talk?
Sir, I'm so sorry. We weren't told to expect you. Just listen, when you tell Dr. Jill that about this, just leave all of this part out. Just don't tell her. I really like this job and I want to keep it.
Oh,
Please just go ahead.
I need you to make sure that we get a seat near the front, too, when she gives her big talk, okay?
The 2 guards, the man and the woman, look at each other. They exchange a look, and she says, "Go, go, 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 go." And you see him, he pulls his hat down a little bit tightly, and he pulls his shoulders together and scooches through the x-ray machine and dashes off towards the interior, and you can't see inside yet, so you're not sure where he's going.
Yeah, we need 6 of those. 6. Perfect. Well, you have a good night, and see to it that my compatriots are allowed in as well.
Is he with you?
Yeah, the pale boy with the jacket and the long hair, and the one who looks like he hasn't seen a camera ever in his life.
Okay. She gestures. You see her waving her arm forward. Suzanne just gives a really wide smile, and I'm with him too. And she steps through.
Yeah, that's my servant and her butler. I'm just kidding. That's my really young girlfriend.
Oh, I would never.
We'll get there. But it was really great to meet you, Miss.
Emma. Call me Emma.
Miss Emma. It was fantastic to meet you this evening. I hope that we can see you later. And he'll keep walking. That was easy.
Yeah, sure.
Bravo.
Easy for you. Can I see yet?
So we'll get there in a moment. What weaponry are you carrying right now,
Oh, I've got my Desert Eagle on me.
Jason?
That's why I was saying avoid a security check, please.
Yeah, how is this set up? Is it like the ticket gate and then like 10 feet later there's like a security check, or can we like meander around?
Oh,
What
it's
do we
the
got?
same thing. It's the ticket check is the x-ray machine.
Oh, I don't walk through it. I would like to walk around it.
Clear vision just goes around.
Yeah, let's blow by it.
Emma
Yeah.
just waves at him as he does.
Yeah,
perfect.
we're avoiding that. Going through the staff door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going
There's
through
not
the
a
side.
staff door. There's just a gap between the x-ray machines. That just...
Yeah, we just slide through there.
So you slide between the x-ray machines, totally avoiding all of that, all the fuss that would have been created by those pesky red lights and sirens going off, and instead you're just inside with... You enter into a large foyer. You see walls climb very far upward, obviously supporting the half-moon shark crest that tops the aquarium. The walls are over 50 feet high. You see skylights and balconies ringing along it, as well as a very nice velvet spiral staircase climbing along the edges. You can see that the walls are decorated with artwork. You see a mural depicting a moonlit seascape. You see creatures both real and imagined, fantastic and biological. You see a flurry of color swimming about, and you notice that along the sides of the tower, there are crackling silver veins stretching all about it, reaching down to the very center of it, where there is a large central crest with writing upon it.
Where is the writing?
On the crest, at the very center of the tower, the base of it on the floor.
What's it say?
Jason walks across the floor, feet clicking against the marble, and he reads, Mother Luna, favoring the color silver, is the center of aquatic life. At this very point, you stand directly above the Mother Luna Nursery, a world-class inland marine biology laboratory specializing in supporting endangered species. Truly the heart and pride of this institution.
Yep, that sounds right.
I expected something in Latin. Not that.
You can see that branching off of the foyer where you have entered, you can see that there is a stage erected against one wall with black standing cocktail tables arranged in a rough semicircle stretching out from it where people are standing and waiting. You see that on the stage there's a projector displaying that Dr. Jill is scheduled to speak in just 30 minutes. You see people milling about, and you also see that there is a tunnel leading off in the opposite direction from the stage, and you see that beyond it, soft blue light, probably coming off of the aquarium's habitats, is trickling forth.
Where to? Do you think we just gotta burn this place to the ground? Or what? I know you're a big fan of that, Tommy. Yeah?
I'm just telling you right now I can see again, so keep that in mind.
Oh, good.
Perfect. You won't hit yourself with the incendiary.
Let's save that for later.
So are we going to wait for this talk, or do you want to explore? Where are we going? Honestly, I got us in here. I've done all I can do.
I kind of want to hear what she has to say.
Yeah, what do we know about this Dr. Jill?
That's a good question.
I think that would be a great opportunity for you to give me a roll of intelligence plus politics.
I got 0.
Clear Visions has heard the name Dr. Jill before, but she's so much less famous and important than he is that he has not bothered to retain any of that information.
Yeah, I think she's one of those newfound people. She's like up and coming or something. I don't even care. So we have 30 minutes. I'm sure we have little placards that are saved reserved seats up at the front because that really kindly gentleman marked those off for us. So, do we want to mingle for a bit? We want to look around? Want to go like check out a fish? Or just sit here Honestly, I wish we could get a drink, but I don't know about that one. I'm gonna go order a drink.
Yeah. At least let's keep up the appearance anyway.
Yeah. Probably not you, but the rest of us should probably have a drink.
Now, wait a minute.
Would you like a root beer, lad? Okay, I go up to the bar. I order 4 dry martinis, a water, and then a vodka soda minus vodka.
Suzanne steps around and takes 2 of them.
You get the water, and I pass the martinis to me and Jerry and Tommy. And then I take another one for Teresa. So I'm holding 2 of them, when like one at my waist height, so that she could take a little sip of it. And then pass the soda to Jason.
I look jealously over at the bird.
Well, now we look like we blend in. So where are we headed, Tommy, now that you're clear visioned? Tell us where to go.
You think I have any idea about this?
I say we wait till the show starts and then we sneak back towards that tunnel over there. It's got that ominous blue light.
It's not a secret thing. People are here at the aquarium to see the aquarium.
Yeah, I think it's like headed toward the displays and stuff. Like,
Yeah, want to go see your favorite animal? Tommy, what you got?
my favorite animal was not here
Why?
because I don't have one.
What's your favorite sea creature?
Because it's on land.
Trust me, you don't want to talk
You
about
know what,
this.
Tommy? I'm with you on this one. I don't like the being below water level.
Minus the mantis shrimp.
That's oddly specific.
So you can concuss fish,
Why is it the mantis shrimp? That sounds really stupid.
says the 6-year-old boy to your right.
No, it's Suzanne.
Have you ever seen a mantis shrimp?
No.
They're small, but very brightly colored. They can also flash so fast that their punches vaporize water into lightning. How about that?
Sounds like something you should aspire towards.
Yeah, exactly. It's just beautiful. You'd probably... there's probably a jellyfish or something you might look... And then I'll walk. And I'll walk down the tunnel.
I'm already walking down the tunnel.
Jason, you want to see those stingrays?
Yes.
I bet we could touch them.
Let's pet the stingrays.
I'm just trailing behind.
Step through the first tunnel. The room widens. You find yourself standing in a room that's probably about 40 feet by 40 feet square with people milling about, obviously in their very nice evening attire. You see that at the center of all of this, there's a large raised habitat that has stingrays, horseshoe crabs, and other tide pool creatures swimming throughout it, filled with sand and water. It forms a rough half moon, and standing at the center of it, you see a blonde girl with her, she's very young, girl is appropriate, she's probably not older than about 19, and she has her hair cut short. She's wearing a yellow volunteer polo shirt, bright blue pants, and she's coaching the guests through petting the creatures in here. You can see her holding out 2 fingers, showing the appropriate way to pet a stingray.
Fascinating.
Yeah, go pet that. I'd
What-
rather not.
What else is around the room?
Looking throughout the room, Jason can see that there's a single archway leading onward to a larger room that looks to be filled with almost green, grassy habitats. And he notices that in this room, there are easels with artwork upon them and pictures.
Yeah, I'm going to go look at those.
Hey, Suzanne. So there are horseshoe crabs in there. Did you know that horseshoe crabs have blue blood and it's called hemocyanin? And then they actually use it to do like blood work testing on pathogens. Did you know that?
That sounds really useful. I'm glad you knew that.
Yeah, they look like you. That's the animal that reminds me of you. You should go look at those.
Okay.
You like to do blood testing.
Unevolved for 65 million years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I achieved perfection early on.
I'm getting super annoyed at all of this. And I'm just going to go, I'm going to lean back against a wall. I'm going to close my eyes. And while nobody is watching me, I'm going to activate Where the Shroud Thins.
Very nice.
It's the new Oblivion power I picked up. It allows me to sense if the shroud has thinned around here at all.
So, Clear Visions and Jason, you step forward into the next room where you see easels with artwork upon them. You see that you've entered into a display that is habitats of local wildlife, of local aquatic wildlife, hence why it's mostly wetlands and green marshes. These are fairly mundane creatures. You see catfish swimming through reeds, obviously elevated so that you can see beneath the water, the fiberglass at about head height where you can see them. But you also, of course, see the easels of paintings and artwork and pictures throughout. Most of the paintings you see are near photorealistic, beautiful, perfect renderings of creatures that would live in the wetlands of the Bluegrass region. But you notice that there are a group of 3 paintings that seem to have been given a place of honor at the very center, with all the others stretching out from them, and these 3 are done in bright red, with just shades of red out from them. And behind those 3, you see a black and white picture. You can hear voices milling about, people looking at the paintings and examining and admiring them. And you see a plaque has been placed at the front of this cluster of paintings. Tomaso, you are checking to see if the shroud has thinned here.
Okay, yeah, so that requires me to make a rouse check, and I did get hungrier. And now I've got to do wits plus oblivion.
Yep.
Difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3?
You got this.
My rolls are absolute shit tonight. 1 success.
Yeah, there's no sign of any kind of shroud thinning, anything going on here. This is a totally mundane and boring place to be.
Well, okay.
I walk around the paintings. Do I see anything on the back?
On the back of the paintings? No, not on the back of the paintings, no.
What's the little plaque read? Yeah, and are there like other people like looking at these?
Oh yeah, totally. There's plenty. This is clearly meant to be a gallery viewing.
He like walks up and he like just sort of like, yes, this looks very nice. Let's just see who made it.
Clear visions can hear people speaking and commenting on them, obviously impressed by the technical prowess that it took to create these, because all of them are incredibly well done.
And what's the medium?
The medium for most of them is acrylic paint on canvas. Some of them are sketches, though. Clear Visions reads the plaque at the center, and it says, "The Silver Chalice Society is proud to showcase the work of our newest artists in residence." And there's a list of names, and he notices that those are the 3 that have been given the place of honor, and those 3 are done in the twisted, abstract, vibrant reds. He can see the little signatures along the corners of them with those names. As you look at the placard announcing the artists in residence, you notice a picture of 4 figures. You gather that the 3 in front are probably the 3 artists. You see a figure behind them, elderly, grandmotherly looking. She has hair that's blonde and has been teased upward, very, very heavily lined and creased-faced, somewhat old, probably short, but she's standing on a stage behind them, so she still towers over them, arms stretched out wide, pulling them together with her.
Hey, wait a minute. Take a look at this picture.
Look at the caption, and you see Rear, Antoinette, and in quotes, Auntie.
That's very interesting.
Who's that? Auntie Antoinette? We haven't seen her anywhere else before, have we?
I am racking my brain. Hold on.
I guess I'll take a further look at these paintings. Are they just like mainly abstract, or are they like abstracted animal form? I'm just trying to like read it. And in fact, I'm going to go to the person next to me and I'm going to say, wow, the colors on that one makes you really think.
Give me a roll of investigation plus craft. Sorry, intelligence plus craft.
Even worse.
It's worse.
Is there anyone in the crowd that looks like they're taking special notice of these particular paintings?
Oh, yeah, I want to check that too.
Yeah, so give me wits plus awareness.
That is 3.
3 for Jason.
I got a 1 on my craft.
Okay.
Oh, finally. God. 5.
5.
Hell yeah.
Clear visions.
I mean, it's not a woman, but like, we'll take it.
Yeah.
So remind me again the question that Clear Visions was trying to answer.
Oh, I'm just trying to get like some like, I'm trying to figure out what these paintings are.
Right.
Like if they're abstracted, just sort of pick any meaning that I can out of them.
Okay. So this is fairly basic and pretty straightforward. Clear Vision sees that the painting that has Caterina Petre's signature on it, it's a crazed flower, twisted, with blood dripping down the side. He sees that the painting with Alvaro Healy on the side, it's a heron with bright red eyes weeping blood, and the painting with Jacqueline Hahn's name on it shows a snapping turtle resting on the bottom with a thin trickle of blood spiraling through the water, falling into its mouth. Jason, no one is people are paying special attention to these paintings because they are at the center of the room. There's not a single individual who is specifically standing here watching how people react to them. Tomaso, the color and hue and composition of these paintings, this is what you have been seeing. This matches exactly. If Tomaso could draw or paint when he is having these visions, this is what he would create.
I'm going to walk over to Jason. I'm going to kind of nudge him just to get his attention.
Yeah, this first painting looks like that vision you described.
Yep, you're exactly right. I tried to check the shroud in here. I didn't sense anything. But as you know, that's something that's new to me, so not sure I did it right.
Yeah, everything seems perfectly normal up here, but there is apparently a lab downstairs that we got to try to find a way to.
Per usual.
Yeah, of course. Always the basement.
You think we should just leave him up here?
Is there another exit in the room?
The path continues onward to another room with its own exhibit and creatures on display.
The juxtaposition of those colors and the red hues falling off from the heron's eyes, they're just exquisitely gorgeous, don't you think?
Yes, I saw that too, of course. I noticed that.
The brushstrokes.
Juxtaposition.
What do you think of the brushstrokes?
They're very nice. They're elegant brushstrokes.
See, I see them as broad and heavy. It almost adds a sense of urgency to the painting.
Yes, they're very aggressive brushstrokes.
Exactly. Now this one, and I'll point at the snapping turtle. Now that one's interesting.
Yes.
Right?
These brushstrokes are downward.
Exactly. And that just it has the sense of spiral. That blood trickling spiral, you feel it in the downward motion of those. And then I'm just going to try to get the crowd into working up a discussion about these.
So give me charisma plus leadership.
Perfect.
Or charisma plus performance.
And can I do public speaking?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Perfect.
Is that clear visions?
I'm walking.
Yeah, as he's doing that, I'm going to catch Suzanne's attention and give her a head nod toward the other room.
She gives a little sarcastic salute in Tomaso's direction.
I'm trying to get her to come with us.
Oh my God. I rolled so many dice. I'm going to spend a willpower,
Holy
That
fuck.
one success.
but it was a 10. Okay, there we go.
Oh, wow.
So that's one. I got 3 10s and 2 6s.
So
I don't know.
six.
What is
Are
that?
any of those 10s on Hunger Dice?
No.
No.
Damn.
Good roll.
Man, you
What is
tell
that,
me. That's
7?
3 10s. That's like 7. You tell me, what do you want to be the outcome of this?
Oh, I want all of their eyes transfixed on me as I basically read I'd like to basically do an impromptu lecture about these, and then the aristocratic method where I'll say something and then point to the crowd, and then they gotta give me feedback about whatever. That's what I want.
Oh, yeah. That's totally. Clear Visions has this entire, as many people as he wants are transfixed on him right now and just celebrating his intellect right now.
I didn't add my extra dice for all, so maybe it's more. I don't know. I'm not worried about it
that is
currently.
enough to do that.
I think he got this.
You have won this scene. You are totally in charge here. Whatever happens in this room does not happen unless Clear Vision says it happens.
And while I'm doing that, I'll give a subtle nod to the rest of the coterie, as in whatever you got to do,
After
go do
the
it.
fact, because we're already gone.
Clear Visions is the center of attention. Everybody is obsessed with everything, hanging on to his every word.
I'm even using Teresa as a prop to show how accurate the heron painting is, and I'm then you could see, and I'd point at her eyeball and widen it out and show the detail on the inside. It's a lot.
Jason and Tomaso slip out of the room. You enter into a much larger room. There's small tunnels connecting the individual spaces, but you enter into what feels like a much larger, almost gallery. Perhaps I'd almost say this is more of an exhibit hall. You see an expansive gallery. The floors here are marble, a little bit of glitter in them glinting off. Soft blue light coming from the water alongside. All around you see plexiglass walls with small exhibits showcasing more exotic saltwater fish. You've gotten away from the fish that would inhabit the Bluegrass region, and now we're into the more exotic areas. You see coral reefs with an abundance of wild colored fish matching incredibly vibrant colors. You see a small silent auction seems to be going on. You see men and women walking up to paintings that are again placed on easels with clipboards attached to the base of them, and they pick them up and they write a number down. And all the paintings in here, they are the same intense, vibrant colored red of the 3 paintings you saw in the room prior.
Are there differences?
There are differences. There are differences in subject.
Seems like this is the predominant art form of whoever's making these things.
I go up to the nearest one and I write down Clear Vision's name, followed by the number that's just one higher of the person next to it. Yes.
All that work that he had you do forging his signature sure paid off right there.
Jason and Tomaso both notice that all the signatures on these 3 paintings, they have the same names as the artists in residence that the Silver Chalice was so proud to announce.
Do any of the names of people that have signed in the silent auction ring a bell?
No, you see Dr. Jill has bid on a few of them, but she's not winning any of them.
Just needed to get her name on the paper.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do any of these other tunnels smell like a basement to you?
So as I was saying, the contrasting light and darks between this line work here, they really just add a sense of dread, don't they? How do we feel about the flow in this portrait?
As Clear Visions turns to look at the rest of the crowd, he finds himself faced towards, he has to look down a little bit because Clear Visions is pretty tall. He's like well over 6
He's
feet.
like 6 feet.
Yeah. He finds his vision has to trace downward to make eye contact with a woman who is seemingly charismatic, and he notices that the attention of the room is somewhat drawn towards her. Clear Visions finds his gaze falls upon a short, stout, elderly woman. Blonde hair teased out wide, parted on the left side, brilliant shining blue eyes, heavily wrinkled face, piercing blue eyes meet Clear Visions, holds out her hand. Clear Visions, I didn't know I'd have the honor of welcoming you to my gathering tonight. I'm Antoinette, but everyone just calls me Auntie.
Hello, Auntie. It's really great to meet you. You really have an eye for the art. These are lovely. I was having a little chat with my friends here.
Indeed I do, and I appreciate that in others who recognize the brilliance of my artists in residence. Tell me, what brought you here tonight?
I'm somewhat of an art lover myself, so I just thought I'd do a little stop by and see what's going on.
Indeed you are. You know, I have found that appreciation for the arts, it's something that it's found in the blood.
I have to agree. It's definitely in the blood. It's just not in mine. I have an eye for it, but these old hands, I couldn't even pick up a paintbrush to save my life.
You can appreciate it. And she holds her hands out, and you see short, stubbly, wrinkled fingers towards yours. I think the appreciation for the arts runs in your blood too, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely. I'm somewhat of an artist myself. I just use a more visual medium.
Thank you for joining us. Will you be staying later, or will you be...
I'll be here all evening.
All evening?
How about you? You're not going to turn in early, are you?
I wasn't told to expect you. Have you met our artists in residence? They are bracing.
No, I would love to.
Oh, I must introduce you. Please come with me. She takes Clear Visions. She's a lot shorter than he is. She takes him by the hand and begins to lead him into the next room where Jason and Tomaso are.
Teresa, chop chop. And we'll scurry in there. I bid you all farewell. I'll see you later. Maybe after this speech we can do some more analysis. And I'll wave to the crowd.
Oh, they're so sad to see Clear Visions leave them.
You know, Auntie, it is kind of nice. I just get a crowd of adoring fans everywhere. I'm sure you have the same draw.
Oh, I prefer to be somewhat more secluded. I let my artists speak for themselves.
Oh, so you're just a talent scout. Do you paint, or what do you do? Or are you like me, you just have a set of eyes that go for miles?
My talents lie elsewhere.
That's an interesting way to phrase that.
Auntie leads Clear Visions into the room, and now Clear Visions sees 3 figures, 2 women and a man, standing with a large mass of people all around them. Antoinette gestures and says, "Truly the best that I have recruited and inspired. Perhaps you'd like to meet them in a more private environment?"
Oh, yes, of course. That way we can get away from these prying eyes.
Yes. Wait here for a moment. And Antoinette
Okay.
walks away and she enters into the group of 3 artists and she raises her hands and places them on their shoulders, reaching up overhead. Jason and Tomaso, you of course see this.
So those are the same people in that painting we saw. There she is. Looks like she's holding court just like she is in that picture.
Interesting.
She certainly seems to like Claire. I don't know about you, but I don't like the looks of this, especially the fact that I've been seeing these things.
Yep, that's exactly what we're here for.
All right, well, let's try to keep that information to ourselves if possible.
So, yeah, let's just position ourselves to shadow them. See where they go.
Antoinette gestures over her shoulder. She looks back and makes eye contact with Clear Vision. She points towards a red velvet door set off to the side, and she beckons a little bit to follow.
Oh, you lead the way. I'll be right there. And I'll head that way.
She steps through the door. A few moments later, Clear Visions finds himself at a red velvet door, no window or anything set inside. Is he pushing it open?
Yeah, I'll look over my shoulder back at the crowd because I know they walked in this direction. Do I see these guys?
Totally.
I'll give a brief head nod and then a big smile and a thumbs up, and then I'll hit him.
Okay, we're going that way.
Great.
Clear Visions pushes the door open, and he finds himself immediately overwhelmed with the powerful and impressive and immense sense of blood spattered on the floor from floor to ceiling. He sees that all along the walls there are the bodies of young men and women chained to the wall, all of them dressed in fine tuxedos and nightwear, all of them pale-faced, nearly dead. Antoinette stands in the center. You can see she's standing on a tile floor sloped down towards a metal drain. She looks directly at Clear Vision's small and short but radiating charisma and power. I know what you are. You watch as her shoulders roll back. Her arms seem to stretch out. What are you doing pursuing my artists?
That's a good question. We're just here to break a ward and then leave. So, I really appreciate what you've done with the place. The decorations are lovely. I love the flooring. I love the walls. I really like those guys that you hung up on meat hooks. But, I've just never met someone so young and lovely as you. And I think that we could be really a united front here if we just destroy that ward. So what do you say? And I'll stick one hand out to handshake.
Antoinette does not take the hand. You see instead, she comes closer, she draws in on herself, clearly taking a fighting stance. Ward, you've come to destroy what?
Yeah, we already destroyed one of them. There's a big gargoyle and then a guy that was impaled on a stake. And I thought he was really cool, but kind of old. And then our friend murdered him. But we're just here to destroy those wards so that we can, get that thing in Jamestown out of there.
As Clear Visions is speaking, I need you to give me a roll of strength plus athletics.
2.
Antoinette begins to gather herself. She crouches down even lower to the floor than before. Her hand draws back, and with far more immense strength than such a slight figure should possess, she pounces. Her fingers close about Clear Vision's neck like cold iron, drawing him and slamming him to the floor. Clear Visions takes 2 points of superficial damage as he feels his head smack into the tile floor, and he can feel the ceramic crunch beneath his skull.
First of all, that was rude. Second of all, and I'm gonna reach for the revolver that's in my side pocket.
And I walk in. Holy shit, what the fuck is this?
Well, she was really lovely. And then I'm going to take it's kind of a thin, long revolver with a pearl handle. And it's silver and it has very tiny engravings of flowers carved into the barrel and alongside the pommel. And I'm going to click it back and then just try to fire all 6 shots right at her.
Right. So give me composure plus firearms. Jason and Tomaso, you have just entered into the room. What are you going to try to do?
Reach behind me and pop out my sword.
Rush in and try to tackle this thing off of Claire, and at the same time, I'm going to try to rouse for toughness.
Okay.
I am taking a turn to anoint my blade. That forces a rouse check.
I got hungrier with mine.
3 successes.
Clear Visions draws his revolver. He manages to slam the hammer back.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like fan. Like,
The rounds begin to fire, but Antoinette is strong enough that she draws back one of her palms and she smacks the revolver to the side and she lashes out with her other hand, and her fingers, they stretch out like claws. A slash appears across Clear Vision's throat. We see blood splatter to the side across the tiled floor. Clear Visions takes another point of superficial health damage.
ooh, okay.
He watches as droplets of blood form across his formerly immaculate white suit. Jason draws his sword, slices it slowly, almost sensually across his palm, anointing the blade. Tomaso charges in. You've activated the discipline. You still have an action left.
Yeah, I'm just going to barrel into her and try to knock her off.
She has already acted. Give me a roll of strength plus brawl.
Works for me. God damn it. I did get 2 successes to knock her off.
Tomaso rushes over, drops his shoulder, trying to check her right underneath the jaw and knock her onto the floor.
Yeah.
She holds strong, her fingers dug into Clear Vision's. Tomaso finds himself halted, neither of you advancing. All right, this is our third and final round of combat.
Instead of knocking her off, I'm basically going to try to just like grapple and pull her up.
Okay.
Leave her vulnerable for somebody else to do something.
And Tomaso has really
I
good
got-
odds on this one.
Big dice roll coming.
Yeah, I know you do. That's why I want to set you up. Strength brawl again?
Strength ball.
Strength ball?
That's 4.
Tomaso starts trying to snake his hands around her body to hold her still for Jason's impending blow. It's almost like she turns to silk. She slithers through his arms, and Tomaso suddenly finds himself holding nothing. She begins to dart forward and sprint away. Jason,
Right into me. Come on.
you are standing in between her and her escape route. You draw your sword, and you're swinging perfectly at hip height to intercept her. Right straight through the spinal cord.
Oh, there we go. Much better. Okay, so that's 4, 5, 6.
Jason the guillotine lowers his
Hell yeah,
sword,
That's right.
and Antoinette meets her end appropriately as Jason's blade swipes across, catches her through the neck and the spinal column. Her head flips once in the air as her body collapses to its knees and then falls forward, her head laying in surprise.
What did you get yourself into this time? The hell was that?
I thought it was just going to be a nice art discussion, but I guess not.
That's right, bitch. We came in here acting all civil and you had to go and lose your head.
Boo.
Oh.
Tomato, tomato, tomato.
Now, Jason,
Fucking cool. Shut up.
now, Jason, I really appreciate that wordplay, but honestly, I don't know what just happened. I thought so. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of got the vibe that she was like an art-loving person, and I just don't know why she attacked me like that.
Some people like it rough.
Well,
Gross.
obviously she wasn't a person.
Hey, Tommy, do you want a mulcher?
Do what?
Turn her into like mulch or whatever.
Turn her into more.
Can you do that and get rid of the body? I'm sure with my kick-ass, and I'll blow the barrel. my kick-ass gun that they're probably going to be coming here soon.
Wait, when the hell did you get that?
Well, I always keep this thing strapped on me.
Oh, can I teach you how to use that sometime, please?
No,
Oh, God.
but look how cool I look.
I'm going to kneel down and taste the blood.
Listen, there's an issue here. There's a lot of other bodies as well.
Oh, yeah. Are they like, you said they're half alive?
They're half alive, in bad shape.
Perfect. I'm going to go up to a random one and just like,
Are
And,
you killing them?
yes, of course.
Clear Visions goes to 0 hunger, and we'll need to have him roll against a stand later.
Perfect.
Who are these people? Where
But they're food.
are they?
They are now.
Where did these people come from?
Jason
Probably-
notices they're all well attired in suits, and they're all fairly young. They're all at most in their mid-20s.
I start cutting them down.
Does any of them look like the students we saw in the photo.
Not identically, but in demeanor and dress, yes. So, Jason, you're using a taste for blood. So, a taste for blood is free, but you do have to roll your resolve plus blood sorcery.
Oh, good. Not good. One success.
One success. It's Vitae.
Yup.
Some kind of kindred doing something here.
Okay, so we good to call it here. Honestly, I think last time we just killed a kindred and a gargoyle and then we left. So is this count? Is this the one for here? Jason?
No.
Nope.
No. Listen, there's something going on with these paintings. That's the stuff I've been seeing that's causing me to like freeze up and everything.
Oh, I just thought you had stage fright.
No, very funny.
So what do we do?
Perfect.
Wait, are the paintings the ward? I'm so confused. Also, I'm going to try to fix my body.
It's not a bad idea.
I do not get hungrier. And I heal 2 superficial damage because I'm fucking jacked. I'm going to do it again in order to just, do my shit. I don't get hungrier. That's a 10.
Fuck off.
Suck on my nuts.
Because you were so fucking casual about it. If you'd been nervous, like, please, can I heal something that you would have gotten hungrier.
What's it like to have aggravated damage? I've always been curious.
I hate this game.
More kindred.
Can we honestly just torch this place and leave? I really hate that city across the bay.
We're not in that city.
Yeah, this
So
is close
stop
enough.
thinking
I can
about
smell
it.
the stink of it.
As I've explained to you many times, fire is just not a solution for everything, okay?
Okay, I have another one.
Water isn't either.
I have another one. What if we take Jason's shiny sword and then spear Dr. Jill in her fucking chest? Is she the ward?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I just thought that was a win-win.
I-
Get her off the air and then
I think she's just a human. I know she's competition or whatever.
What's the ward?
We don't know. That's what we're here to find out.
Then what do we do? Yeah, did she walk in here by herself?
She did.
Okay.
She led Clear Visions in here
Yep.
all on his own, hoping to ambush him and figure out what the fuck he was here for.
And she almost succeeded.
Hey, she did learn what we're here for, to be fair.
Yeah,
She did.
actually.
Fucking cut heads off and not ask any questions.
This bitch isn't involved. She was just like a moth to the flame. She just got in the way.
Just a groupie?
Yeah,
So, okay, we found the moth, but where's the flame?
exactly.
Fire, Tommy. What's your idea?
You smell smoke. Let's follow that. And all of these people are too delirious to remember anything, right? I want to help these people out first. Just get them
Take them off the
on their
hook.
feet and out of here.
I don't know if they're going to be able to get out of here.
Just walk out the door and shoot your firearm, and you'll fire.
I might give them a little vitae just to help them along.
Oh, I don't know about that one. But you do you. #bless. I saw that on the Twitter.
All right, if you want to try to help these people out, go ahead, but I don't know what that's going to do for us.
One of them is dead.
For you, probably nothing.
Yeah, that one can stay. You want
Yeah.
You want to eat one too? Maybe we just let a couple of them.
No.
I'm gonna drag my guy's dead body over to her and then like put her hand across his throat. She did it.
Yes, it was a murder-suicide.
Exactly. Forbidden lovers.
She killed him and then cut her head off.
Self-inflicted decapitation. That's what I heard. You want one of these bad boys? They're just like there for the taking.
Their blood's no good.
Yeah, does she have anything in her pockets before we mulch her?
Clear Visions loots through Antoinette's pockets.
I want to see if she's got any like notes, ritual daggers,
$30.
anything like that. Yeah, actually, yeah. I don't have any cash. I gave it up in like episode 3.
He finds a shitload of cash.
Oh, hell yes.
He pulls out a wallet and it has like $5,000 cash. in
Whoa,
it.
damn.
Oh, yeah. You guys each get a fresh 50,
How much money did you find?
$100.
He also finds an RFID badge that says something about the Mother Luna nursery.
Perfect. I got a key card.
He also finds that she has a blood bag in her pocket.
Oh, disgusting.
Feels warm, oddly warm.
That's fresh. I'll take that.
Hey, hold on a second.
Chuck it over to Jason.
What the?
And he finds a sketchbook.
Okay.
This is much he flips through it.
Mhm.
The drawings in here are much less competent than what he's seen with very dainty and elegant, powerful brushstrokes outside. These are crazed and erratic and poor drawings of a similar style, though.
I put that one back in her pocket. Okay, she's good. You can get rid of her or whatever.
Her body has technically already decayed pretty goddamn far.
Oh, yeah.
I put it on the human body then.
Okay.
I'm
That's
just,
right,
I'm just assuming that they will all go away.
That's right. She's a kindred, so she'll be gone soon.
Yeah, Antoinette's body
fuck that.
decays to a skeleton immediately.
All right. But remember, you owe me for this one. And I'm
What are
going
you?
to take out a knife, slit my wrist, do my thing.
Oh,
So let me
man,
round.
it's okay. You don't got to do that. You have other options.
Gone to 4 hunger. I went from 0 to 4 hunger.
Have you considered killing a guy? There's about 11 more.
Okay, I'm at 4 hunger also.
You've been at 4 hunger this whole episode.
Just about, yes.
Have you considered killing a guy? Do
No.
you want to?
No. I'm going to go
Plus
around the
11.
room, unchaining each person individually and trying to stabilize them.
That seems like a lot of work.
And first chance I get, I'm going to message my contact at the Camarilla for a cover-up.
The corpse that Clear Vision's drained slowly dissolves into nothingness.
Thank you.
Jason, a little bit more empathetic, higher humanity, is going to do his best to stabilize the people.
Not really, but I pretend.
What, aren't you at like 6?
No.
Yes.
I'm at 5.
Okay. We're the same then.
I need you to give me a roll of intelligence plus medicine.
Oh. I mean, it's all hunger dice, but I did crit.
Jesus.
Oh, no. Oh,
You critted on, so that's a messy critical.
yes.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, it couldn't have been anything else.
It's literally 4 hunger dice.
Yes.
The character succeeds as in a regular critical, but like an animal would, not a being capable of foresight or self-control. Oh shit, hell yeah. Okay, I got this. Jason draws his sword. He flings Vitae off of it into the room, carefully into the mouths of all the being, and he shrieks like an unholy, evil, demonic monster. Every person in here awakens and they flee in absolute terror out the door, screaming. You can hear people in the room beyond, astonished and shrieking, and you hear the voice of Suzanne. Hey, I had this under control out here.
I'm sorry. There was too much suffering. I panicked.
Subtle. I like it. Do you think we should get out of here?
I don't know. Maybe you should figure it out. You put us in this situation.
Hey, Jason, did you find that ward yet? Figure we should do that before we run out of here, guns blazing.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Where is it?
Here, somewhere.
Okay, my bet is it's transcribed on the back of a tortoise shell. That sounds like right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What?
Hey, Tommy, you were having visions about this. Tell us about that again.
Okay, the only thing I can tell you is that I kept seeing what these students had painted.
The Clear Visions crew steps through the velvet door into the utter pandemonium of a screaming crowd.
I put my gun away.
Look over to Suzanne and Jerry, like in the middle of all of this. Okay.
So Suzanne but she's kind of massaging his scalp now a little bit, and you see the third hand has also traipsed onto the top of his head and is kind of scratching at him a little bit as well.
Okay, is this really the time?
It's always the time to express affection, Tomaso. You know this.
No, I actually don't.
I'm so sorry for you.
I really don't. Okay, we clearly have a problem right here, and you're sitting around scratching his head. Like, what is this?
Now, Tommy, Jerry gets really, really tense, and you have to calm him down. You know, taking care of your underlings is a really good characteristics of a good manager.
That's why I'm not a manager.
I know. Is there something that I can help you with, or were you just trying to interrupt me a little?
Yes, I'm trying to actually get your help. We're trying to figure out what the ward is and get the hell out of here. In case you haven't noticed, the cops are probably showing up soon. I don't want to have to kill more of them. At least not right now.
Yeah, I did think it was a little crazy to start shooting off a gun in here, but who am I to question your methods?
Don't talk to me about that.
Suzanne takes Tomaso by the shoulders, both hands, reaching up because she's a fair bit shorter than he is. But then Tomaso feels another hand.
Damn. It's so creepy. Stop.
it just might.
Tomaso feels another hand on the back of his neck.
One on his ass cheek.
Cousin, you've been seeing something like what these paintings are after you drank blood from whatever was in there. Do you think that could be what they're seeing?
It certainly started after that happened, so it could be linked.
They're all probably kind of the same thing, right?
Yeah, that would be right.
So let's find another trapped kindred. Know what we're looking for?
I mean, we
Couldn't
just
hurt.
killed one.
Yeah, but she didn't have a stake driven.
No,
She didn't have wood through her chest. Yeah.
So there's got to be a lab in here somewhere. Was it back in that other room?
You know, there are signs. Maybe we should take a look at one of them.
As he walks to the wall and reads the directory.
So there's a mess of people running around. I think the aquarium now is pretty deserted at this point.
And we need to be quick.
We see like empty plastic cocktail glasses rolling around and women who left their purses behind.
Ooh.
And we see a
Does Clear
sign.
find a purse that matches his current outfit?
Oh, I was talking about the cash inside.
Can we not, please?
It sounds like a shopping trip.
Oh my God.
Now describe this satchel. What's inside of it?
Weren't we about to roll wits awareness?
No, because you're reading a fucking sign. You don't need to roll with awareness to read a
I
sign.
thought you were doing it to find it.
I don't know. Some of us might.
No, some of
Hey.
you are looking at a sign. Reading
Most
a
of me
sign.
will.
I'm pretty sure that all of you are illiterate.
I
That's
grab the
debatable
cash,
at times.
shove it in my. I grab the cash, shove it in my suit pocket. Look directly at Suzanne, and I say, "Hey, you're a nerd. Where's this lab at?"
Suzanne points at the wall next to you, and you see that set into the blue velvet beside it, there's a brass placard, and along it you see that there is written Marine Wildlife of the Bluegrass State, Marine Wildlife of North America, with an arrow pointing in a different direction, and then another arrow that says Mother Luna Nursery that points off in another direction.
Oh, never mind. Let's
Yeah.
go there.
That place. That's what we've been trying to get to this whole time.
The coterie rushes off in that direction. Is there anything else you want to do here before you go?
Hold my gun higher.
Yes. No, I'm stealing his load.
Yes, take that away from him.
I have 3 more.
No, I will
Y'all
roll.
keep.
I will roll to take his gun.
Hey,
he's
you
like
know,
General Grievous, and we just pull one out.
you haven't seen my other arms yet.
You rush off now along what was formerly a very crowded and active aquarium with the well-to-do who were so excited to see the Silver Chalice Mental Health and Well-Being Gala unveiling their newest artists in residence, and instead has now turned into the abandoned scene of an active shooter with
So
So much for mental health.
I'd like to point out that my words move minds, and this fat gun moves feet. That's how we got here so quick.
Ugh.
You rush along following the placards for the Mother Luna Nursery. You find yourselves now very different from the rest of the aquarium. You walk a little ways along a steel catwalk with steel railings along it that goes over top of a plexiglass dome beneath which you can see wildlife swimming. You approach a door that has a large glass window set into it, and now you are looking out into a marine veterinary laboratory. You see a marine veterinary clinic stretched out before you. You see medical equipment. You see stainless steel equipment abounds. You see a whiteboard with personnel written on it, and you recognize that some of the names on there, they match the names that you saw as the authors of the paintings who are being inducted into the Silver Chalice. The lab looks deserted and empty right now. You can see within there's a row of doors leading off of it. You can see a large tank at the center of it, as well as several smaller tanks arranged in a small half-moon circle around it.
What's in the middle tank?
In the middle tank, you see that there is a very large nurse shark that looks very, very pregnant. Looks very slow, lethargic, probably being monitored as it's beginning to give birth.
And in the smaller tanks?
In the smaller tanks, you see an assortment of wildlife. You see many different species. You see everything from sea turtles to seahorses, everything in between.
Tommy, you getting any more visions here?
Yeah, please don't tell me we gotta pop this shark.
I haven't seen anything yet.
Well, I'm walking into the lab.
Jason pulls the door to the lab open, and you follow a flight of steel corrugated stairs down, and you find yourself, you can see 6 doors leading off of it. You see the first 5 are wooden with little red tags leading over top, and you can see that one of them is set into the stone with a very large caution, no admittance sign set over top.
How about this one that says enter here?
Oh, maybe not that one. This one seems intentional. And I'll knock on the stone door.
There's a knock,
Hello?
and there is no response.
Okay, perfect. No one's in there.
All
And
right.
I'll open it up.
Clear Visions opens the door, and he's greeted. The first thing that stands out to him is the utter blackness of what lies beyond. He sees suddenly that what's inside of here is hewn rock. Where the rest of this is a constructed facility, what he sees within here was carved out of the earth, and he can see brown water, murky, impossible to see through, is underneath. He can see there's a very, very short, rusted steel ladder leading down to the water's edge and what looks like a cavern beyond.
Yep, we're getting closer. I can smell it.
We gotta go in that water.
In the water?
Yeah, it's what it sounded like, right?
I think you need to drink it.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm not parched. I unfortunately cannot go swimming without the proper attire, so I will be waiting here while you destroy that ward. I'll make sure no one gets in.
Oh, God, I'm having flashbacks. All right, well, I'm going down the stairs.
It's a ladder.
The ladder, yes.
Don't worry, I'm coming with you this time.
Vertical tower upstairs.
Jason and Tomaso descend the rusted steel ladder. They can feel the rough edges tearing at their palms. Now they're treading water in murky brown muck with silt spiraling all around them, disturbed up by them. Their heads bobbing up above. Tomaso is wearing his suit jacket and it's getting ruined right now. Did Jason take off his guitar or is he bringing it with him?
He's using it as a flotation device.
No, I'll leave it up at the top.
Jason chooses to leave the sword at the top.
Not the sword, just the guitar.
Just the guitar. So Jason's got his sword in one hand. He's treading water with the other.
Yes.
Okay, I will remember that.
Put it in your teeth.
Put it in your ass.
I'm just kind of slowly moving it
Nature
around in the
sheath.
water. Make sure I don't feel anything else.
You feel around. Doesn't feel like there's anything immediately in front of you. It's so dark in here and the water is so grimy. It's just impossible to see anything further on, though.
Do you see anything down there?
Not much. How deep is the water?
Jason reaches down and swirls his sword around. He doesn't feel anything.
Cool.
All right, screw it. I dive in.
Yeah. We need to check the bottom. Going down.
Jason and Tomaso take not a breath, but a moment to still themselves. Submerge their heads beneath the muck of this water.
Just slowly sink down.
Slowly they sink. They watch as what was light brown from the light streaming in darkens, slowly fades to black, and they can no longer see anything. Whatever is human of them left panics a little bit. It wants to breathe. They're submerged underwater right now. Neither of them have spent this long under. The water darkens as they sink and sink and sink.
We going underground?
Tomaso realizes he is far, far underground. The caverns beneath the Bluegrass are hidden. He's in them now. And then, at first he's not sure. The blackness begins to lighten. He doesn't know yet, but he keeps sinking. He sees now sickly green light sinking further. The light brightens.
As soon as he can see Jason next to him again, he slaps over at him and he points at it.
Thumbs up. Going down.
Two of you continue sinking, and now you see in the light, there are creatures living here. You see blind fish circling around you. You see shrimp crawling along the walls of this rocky cavern. And still you continue sinking further and further until eventually, both of you I think are still wearing your shoes so you don't feel it, but you realize that you've reached the mud and silt on the bottom. It sucks in your feet. It's so soft, nothing walks or puts weight on it down here, so it's a very soft layer, and very quickly you're up to the knee and you find yourselves on the bottom. And looking forward, you see a twisted, metal, hulking cage and it looks like it's carved from the roots of a tree. And you see at the very center of it, the light is emanating, and you see the body of a person in the middle.
All right, I'm going to motion at Jason, and then I'm going to start trudging over toward it.
You find yourselves now at the bars of the cage looking in. You see a woman, middle-aged. Her hair is splayed out like a halo, floating towards the top. You can see a wooden stake driven through her chest with a weight chained to the other side of it, holding her down. And you see on her face creatures walking. You see the blind fish constantly nibbling at her eyelids. They have pulled them away completely. Her cheek completely exposed from the cave shrimp who live down here. You know she has to be healing constantly because you can see a stream of red droplets of blood, red droplets of what is probably vitae, flowing from a red portal into her mouth.
What's it taste like?
Jason stretches out a hand and captures a droplet of vitae in his palm, brings it close and sucks it in. He's tasted this before.
I love this stuff.
When he was in the anthropology center within Jamestown.
Tomaso's going to make the pulling apart motion at Jason. He's going to go over and he's going to try to stretch the bars open.
Okay. Help.
All right.
Maybe. We'll see.
You're working together. So give me strength plus athletics.
Okay.
Clear visions. You're standing there on the edge, a little bored. You can't see any of this.
Where's Suzanne?
She's got Jerry following her, and you see she's opening all the drawers, and she's pulling out all the scalpels and tools and just having Jerry put them into her bag.
Okay, I didn't like you that much, but that's kind of smart.
Clear Visions now hears in the distance sirens.
How long do you think they're going to be?
Oh, not long. I mean, you think about it, this is a place where there's a lot of rich people, and they got attacked, and it also probably makes a lot of money for the city, so I'd guess no more than like 3 or 4 minutes.
3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, so like now?
Aren't you worried about that?
Oh, no, I'm fine. I've got Jerry.
Jerry's more of a lover, not a fighter. I don't know about that one.
I can just run away. No one knows my face.
That's awful.
That's a shame.
I feel so bad for you.
All right. With Jason's assistance, that is 7 successes.
Tomaso can feel the ragged edges of metal digging into his fingers. He doesn't give a shit. He pulls it apart, pulls an opening wide enough for his body to fit through, swims inside, and now he is in front of this middle-aged woman. He sees that there are rags of clothes left around her, clearly from a different era. He sees what looks like a homespun dress upon her, moving a little bit. There's not much of a current in here, but as he moves his hands to swim, he can see it flowing. It is almost entirely chewed away and rotten away with time and water. He gets a closer look at her face. She looks asleep.
So I'm going to do the break motion at Jason. I'm going to head over to the chain.
I'm going to help try to hold it
All right,
tight
sounds good. Let's
so
do
we
it
can
again.
get a good grip on it.
Strength plus athletics.
5 successes.
Tomaso twists at this chain. He's so strong. His grip is like iron. This chain, we can see it bending a little bit from what he's doing. It doesn't break.
Oh, okay. It's made out of some solid stuff.
Damn, pull harder.
We could carry her out of here with the weight on her, but it would probably take more time.
Well, I can just try. I'm jamming my sword in between the boulder and the chain. Just try to get some leverage to wrench on it.
Okay, I will give you one more strength plus athletics attempt at this. I try not to do 2 rolls for the same possible result.
Yeah, that's fair. But
All right, we'll give
Same-
you one more. So
same
you
pool?
add Tomaso's athletics to this. I assume you're working together.
yeah, so just another roll from me.
Do you know that on a critical fail, you are losing your sword?
What?
Oh, dang.
Oh, snap.
No, that's no good.
Hey,
That's not okay.
We'll see how this goes. Don't worry.
One of us is rolling.
Me, 'cause I'm still
Whoever has
pulling,
Whoever has the bigger pool.
which is me.
So the 2 of you use Jason's sword as a lever threaded through the chain, and you're going to try to torque it around and break it.
I'm going to willpower.
As you grab onto Jason's sword, you see yet more of your precious vitae leaking away. I don't see any hunger dice in that pool.
There's 4 hunger dice right there. Yeah, 4 successes, so no.
The second attempt, it's not doing it. You don't have the strength between the 2 of you to break this chain. Not in that way, not so directly. You're going to need you're going to need a different approach to do it.
You're so close, though. If only you had an 80-year-old man to just really push you over the edge there.
Yeah. I'm sure he'd be a huge help right now.
Teresa canonically can just do it. She can just snap her beak over top of it and it would just
very
break
true.
immediately.
Yeah, unfortunately, she's...
That's why she has those
Can she
meaty
swim?
thighs.
Can she swim?
Yeah.
All birds can swim.
She dived this deep, though?
Once.
No, I don't think she's coming down here.
What happens if Teresa dies?
I make a new one.
No,
you
don't
just,
say
like-
that. That's not true.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Okay.
Clear Visions loses a point of humanity and a touchstone and all kinds of other things. I say Clear Visions loses a touchstone.
I actually agree with that.
I lose a touchstone and a point of humanity.
I mean,
I'm gesturing over to Tomaso and pointing towards my arms. Your vitae, can you use this?
I mean, my vitae works on dissolving bodies.
Jason is aware that what broke the ward was destroying the body after Tomaso tried to diablerize it last time.
So diablerize it this time.
Yeah.
The right way.
I almost did it the right way. It was the last roll.
That's why I'm telling you to try again. You'll obviously do better this time.
The two of you are circling around. You're like a pair of sharks inside of a cage. Mr. Visions?
Now, Teresa, you get your fill of whatever you want in here, okay? This is my treat.
You see Teresa lands on the side. She goes just tank by tank.
Mhm.
She's hunting fish in a barrel right now.
Oh, perfect.
Get that.
You see her waddling over. You're not sure that she can fly for a little bit.
I'm not great at this kind of like scientific stuff, but can I make out any details of what they were doing here?
So I think intelligence animal ken would be pretty good for this.
5 successes.
Clear Visions realizes that with what Jason said about Silver, Silver is really closely associated with motherhood and with birth and with the creation of life. This nursery, it was meant to be a place to breed marine life that was endangered, and it was probably a lot more successful than other institutions because of the power of the ward near it.
Oh, now I feel a little bit bad about letting her eat all those mating pairs. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Can I hear what's going on outside? I'm gonna enhance my hearing.
He can hear now. The sirens have gotten very, very close. He can hear that there are probably teams of officers stacking up at the doors preparing to enter looking for a shooter, but they don't seem to have entered yet. He's got a few minutes.
I'm gonna look for like an emergency exit or anything like that.
Okay.
That might be a little bit faster for us to go out of rather than just go through the main door.
Wits plus probably subterfuge. No, not subterfuge. Stealth, because you're looking for ways out that are sneaky. I think that would be the best bet.
Be 1 success.
Unfortunately, with that, there's not a lot of great information that he finds available to him.
Okay. You said the water's kind of like murky and dirty, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to, there's like a bucket or, somewhere to like, okay, easily collect water. I'm going to collect water and then I'm going to like dump it on the ground. Like they just climbed out and they're all wet. And then I'm going to take my shoes and I'm going to step in the water and I'm going to walk like I'm going like to, you said there's like a roof hatch or like somewhere like that. So like a trail. And then I'm going to wipe them off and then put them back on and dry and then go hide. I'm creating the Blue's Clues paw prints. Okay, Teresa, now be very careful. Don't step in any of that water.
So now cutting back, Tomaso, Jason, you're treading water
Literally.
in the sickly green murk beneath the entire Newport Aquarium.
So after my last attempt to break the chain, Jason shoving his sword between the boulder and the chain, and it failing. I just kind of go limp for a second. I turn to him. I open up my mouth. I point at my teeth.
When you look at me,
Yeah.
Jason is not paying any attention to you.
All right. I'm going to swim over and slap you on the shoulder.
Jason is completely fixated on the corpse and cannot get the taste of blood out of his mouth.
All right. Well, with that,
He likes it. He likes it a lot.
I'm going to swim over, slap you on the shoulder to get your attention, and then I'm going to point at my teeth and give you a shrug like, what else can we do?
It's like I just give him like a half-second side eye, like I'm barely paying attention to what he's doing, and I'm already moving in.
Jason and Tomaso reach the same conclusion an instant apart, but Jason, the trained assassin that he is, he has the powers of celerity to call to his aid. So while Tomaso is still trying to set his body in motion, he looks forward and he sees that Jason has already sunk his teeth into this decaying and decrepit corpse.
Blood bag hoarder, and you move too fast for the bodies. This is some bullshit.
I need Jason to give me a roll of strength plus resolve.
Strength, resolve?
Yes.
God, why strength though? Fuck.
Because how hard can you suck?
That's what you get for. That's what you get for running ahead of me. So enjoy.
How hard can you?
Now, I will, Tomaso, if you want to try and get into it, I will count that against the total contests, and then
What am I going to get out of it, though?
you could possibly win
Nothing.
if Jason gives
I'm
up,
gonna
I guess.
have to roust blood.
You know what? No, I'm just going to let him have this.
This is gonna be the end of Jason, right?
Oh no!
Oh, I do not get hungrier.
Oh man!
So I am messaging the number to Mr. Josh. You found it?
I think I got it.
Jason feels the beast rising within him. Whoever this was, whoever this priestess was, whatever purpose she is serving in forming this ward, he can feel power coursing through her veins. She is anchoring a vortex of power that swirls around her. Tomaso won't use it well. Tomaso will use it for limited means. He'll use it to make his arms bigger. He'll use it so he can lift more. But Jason will use it for blood sorcery. Jason will use it to reshape the very nature of reality as it is intended. It belongs to him. Her blood is already his. He sits in judgment. He bares his fangs and he bites down.
Oh boy.
Give me a roll of strength plus resolve.
3.
Jason's fangs penetrate the waterlogged, bedraggled skin. He begins to suck. He can taste muck and silt as he swallows it. It's delicious. He can feel the power of this body beginning to enter his own. Give me another roll of strength plus resolve.
Come on, be nice. Also 3.
Jason's grown bold. He can do this. I need another roll of strength plus resolve.
Uh-oh. Willpower. Oh, fuck. 2.
And suddenly, he finds himself fearful, frightened. He watches as the spark leaves the body. This kindred he attempted to diablerize, taking her power with it. Jason is not successful.
Dun dun dun.
Jason watches as the priestess's body begins to turn to bone and ash around the stake that anchors her into the silt. And the currents wash it away, and the water grows thicker with her remains.
And when you look up, Tommy's giving you a middle finger.
It was so good, but I'm sad I spilled the last drop.
I assume the two of you return to the surface.
Oh, I'm already on the way up after I flipped him off.
We watched that glowing green light fade out.
Climb up in total darkness the entire time.
I still beat him at the surface.
Congratulations.
You're gonna take that from him?
I don't care.
Teresa drops a fish into Clear Vision's hands in the meantime.
Thank you. I love it so much. And then I'm gonna act like I eat it and then just like chuck it in the water.
Exactly as Jason comes up, a fish bounces off the top of his head.
What the fuck?
Oh, sorry, it slipped. Did we get that ward?
Tomaso comes up. He tried to eat it. Didn't work.
Oh, it's okay. We'll get him next time. The police are on their way here, and we need to get out.
Oh, thanks. I had no idea.
I'm just reminding you, you guys took forever. I don't know where you went, but we need to get you swimming lessons or something. It took a while. I had to sit up here with her.
I'm not even going to explain where we went.
Hey, we're Monster Game Night. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I'm Mike, your storyteller, and you have also been listening to
Josh playing Clear Visions.
Nick playing Jason.
Ben playing Tomaso.
Russell playing Gordon. Tune in next session. We release an episode every other Monday. Also follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcatcher. We'd love to hear from you on social media. Find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Reddit at Monster Game Night. Also, please give us a rating, write a review, and tell your friends and family about the show if you enjoyed it. Word of mouth is the best way for a small independent show like ours to grow. Hope that you can come to our next
MonsterGameNight.com.
mgnodd.com.
.net.
Oh, do we have that one?
No.
No, we should though.
Damn.
We should have all of them.
We should
Every
also
domain.
have a .biz.
We should have a .xx.
Would be
Just
appropriate.
Clear Vision's Rule 34 art that he drew himself.
Yes.
I like this.
Just like stolen Colonel Sanders.